there is a formation of a salt. So this is the next property. Next property is the reaction with carbonates and bicarbonates. Okay, when a carbonate is treated with an acid, so this will become CaCl2 plus H2O plus CO2. So when there is a reaction with carbonates, there is a release of carbon dioxide taking place. So the other example is, so when it is treated with bicarbonates, when calcium bicarbonate is always given as HCO3. So when this is treated with HCl, so this will form CaCl2 plus H2O and CO2, where CO2 gas will be liberated when treated with carbonates and bicarbonate. So we can take other example like magnesium carbonate. When treated with HNO3, it forms MgNO3 twice plus water plus CO2. This is one of the example. So this is reaction with carbonates and bicarbonates. Now reaction with sulfides.
Start one.
So next property is reaction with sulfides. So when zinc sulfide is treated with HCl, so zinc chloride is formed and H2S gas is formed. So we can easily find out a rotten egg, the smell will be this H2S gas. So we can find out there are sulfides in that solution. So this is the reaction with sulfide. The other example can be reaction with iron sulfide treated with H2SO4. It forms Fe2SO4 plus H2S. So the reaction with sulfides will give rise to the release of H2S gas. So next property is reaction with sulfides and sulfates. Sorry, sulfides and bisulfides. So, for example, when calcium sulfide is treated with HCl, so it gives rise to CaCl2 plus sulfur dioxide is formed plus H2O. So reaction with sulfides or bisulfides, it will give rise to the release of sulfur dioxide. So this is of the sulfide. If you take bisulfide, for example NaHSO3, when treated with HCl, it forms NaCl plus water plus SO2. So we already saw reaction with sulfides will give H2S gas, but reaction with sulfides or bisulfides, it will give sulfur dioxide as the byproduct. So this is one of the properties. Next is the reaction with chlorides. So, like potassium chloride or sodium chloride, when treated with any H2SO4 acid, it forms Na2SO4 plus HCl. So reaction with chlorides, it will give Na2SO4 or HCl as a product. For example, if there is NaCl treated with NaHSO4, it forms Na2SO4 and HCl. So this is the partial reaction, this is the complete reaction taking place. This is the complete acid. This is the something which is an acid. So next reaction is reaction with nitrites. Reaction, next property is the reaction with nitrates. So like potassium nitrate or sodium nitrate, we can take potassium nitrate. When treated with any acid H2SO4, HCl or HNO3, so it forms K2SO4 plus HNO3. Or else when KNO3 treated with KHSO4, it forms K2SO4 plus HNO3. So actually this is the normal reaction taking place below 200 degrees Celsius, but this reaction taking place above 200 degrees Celsius because this is complete acid, but this is not complete acid, it is with some metal. So it needs more amount of heat required to dissociate. So when reaction with chlorides, it will give HCl as the byproduct. When reaction with nitrates, it gives HNO3 as the byproduct. So these are the properties of this acid. So what are its uses? So uses, usually acids are used in the edible food because it is sour to taste. So and it is also used to remove stain marks, etc. And they are used in the industry also. So some of the uses are we already know. So boric acid which is having a H3PO4 which is used in high wash. So we will use carbonic acid in cool drinks, etc. Cold drinks, etc. So there are different, like phosphoric acid. Is used in fertilizers. So likewise, the oxalic acid is for removing the stain, and citric acid is for edible food. So these are some of the uses of the acids. So there is another thing, how to make the dilute solution of this acid. So as an acid, it is concentrated acid. So to make dilute acid, we dissolve in water. So how do we prepare this dilute acid? So take a beaker. First you have to not add acid. First you have to take water in the beaker. How much percentage you want dilution of this acid? So take water in the beaker, then add drop wise of acid, so that there is no much heat generated in the beaker. For example, if you take acid in the beaker, then add water, so lot of heat is generated. And what this water does is, it will evaporate and there will be splash and the beaker will break. So this is the wrong method. So first we have to take water in a beaker and then add acid dropwise so that we can make the dilute acid.